Are you looking for answers about extraterrestrials or maybe the true meaning of life? Then you have come to the right place.
All right, guess YouTube's doing a lot of screwing around with everything. Didn't take the mic thing, audio didn't work for the intro, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining us for tonight's channeling. Google Hangouts as well as broadcasting, at least. So, all right, we're going to thank you for joining us on a Friday night. So, all right, we'll get started. So, blessings, everyone, and positive energies around. And here we go. Greetings to you. We are the Pleiadian councils. As your timelines continue their healing, yes, we'll see a grand transformation of your human species. Over the course of many years, we'll feel negativity slowly dropping off, the human consciousness increasing. But of course, it all depends on the individual, and some can, yes, stop it or ignore it. So it all depends on, yes, on the human individual. As a transition occurs, many of you will, yes, will feel, you're already feeling transitions slowly, but more is to come. And it's not always going to affect everyone in the same way, of course. But we do see many positive timelines connecting to yours, as for also an understanding of why you are here, what is going on in your world. And some of you will, yes, will see much of your weather effects on who's causing it and how to change it as your abilities increase over the next several years. Yes, I realize many you want it now, but yes, some are connecting to it now, actually. But more of those numbers of connecting to your earth will increase. Grant this with grandeur, as you will be giving messages instead of always receiving them. Over time, these things will come. Blessings to you from our council to yours. Greetings to you. We are of higher spirit. Yes, the councils on the other side. Your spirit guides. All spirit guides. Spirit councils that are of, yes, a counseling energy to, yes, increase your Earth's vibration, connect you to what is right, to remove lower vibrations, to continue your walk through this world. As yes, many of you, yes, are ascending in different pathways. Some of you are taking more difficult directions, as yes, called controversies. As because that is a place you want to learn from. You are learning from different ways, as you know, through your family and your environment that you're in. But also you're picking and choosing where you want. And that will increase greatly as you will, yes, open your doorways to more learning, of course, but also not everyone's ready to fully accept their talents yet because you're still in the learning process. As yes, your spiritual talents are, yes, there always, but not everyone's there to activate them. So if you want to activate your abilities, some have already said it's different ways, but always not. You say, yes, I have to activate my abilities. Not everyone's really to take the responsibility for it or what to use it for. So you say, I'm ready to activate, but yes, but it will come when it is. I will get to it when I'm fully ready, but yes, activate something, please. So I can get more understanding of my place here. So yes, we are connected to all guides of all universes. And yes, it can connect you to the right energy. At least what we can do, what we can. Of course, we can't always. Your guides have their own rules, and we can't go against those rules. So, give you more understanding of that also. So yes, we are here to assist you whenever you are ready. With your questions.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Greetings.
Hello. First is Humberto.
Hey there.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings to you. My first question is, I have grown up using the internet, and it has dominated my free time for many years. I've had a next to impossible time in not using the internet to watch pointless videos for entertainment, which is mainly all I do. It's very depressing, and it keeps me from using my time to develop skills that are helpful for me. I want to know if there is some advice you can give me or point to some options I've never considered to not use the internet as much as I have.
Well, the internet also you're receiving entertainment energies. So it does might not feel like you are connected. You're also in a spiritual downtime also. It is a way for you to turn it all off. It will get you some airtime basically for yourself or define your direction. But your direction, yes, lies within you. As for what direction to go into, one moment. I have to connect to your energy source. Well, they're basically saying what fulfills you. What is it that excites you, basically? Because that direction is basically to put your internet down and basically to take a walk and connect to things that feel interesting. They do say history is an area that you can connect with and even see past lives versions of yourself, but also connect to your future, basically past talents you've had as a sorcerer from what we are seeing right now. So that is one direction you can go in if you wish.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
My second question is, I have a big cavity in my upper left wisdom tooth that needs to be removed. I've learned that this tooth can sometimes protrude into some people's nasal cavity and can complicate things once pulled and healing. I'm having this tooth removed by low-cost community dentist in about 2 months and wanted to know if this tooth extraction will go well or if I would avoid further complications if I consult an orthodontist, which has more experience.
Well, I believe this tooth removal will work out as you need to. What we see as down the road to go see this other doctor when you have the funds for it. But right now, just having it removed is most important at this time. And to just clean the area properly, I believe you will be fine. And down the road, we do see you connecting to this other professional, is what we see. It is up to you, of course, but we believe the method you're taking now will be fine.
I just wanted to know if once they pull this tooth, if it will heal correctly and
Yes.
it will be
As long as it's cleaned properly, yes.
okay.
Yes. As long as as long as you are cleaning it properly, but also the one that removed it is cleaning it properly. That is really the main one. I believe so, from what we are seeing.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. I think
Thank you so much. You too. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, next is Michelle.
Greetings. Thank you for being here.
Yes. We didn't see it.
I need some guide, maybe my guide, or maybe y'all. I'm in a hole.
Yes.
I'm in a hole and I need out. I need a jump start. I need a healing. I'm not really sure what I need. I need some info maybe about what's going on with me and how do I get out of it and toward my soul's purpose.
Yes. So what is that your question?
It is. I feel like when I moved to where I live currently,
yes.
that I was like definitely in the flow and I knew where I was going, what I was doing, and it came to a grinding halt. And now I can't find my joy. So I would like some manner of jumping out or skipping out of that.
What we are seeing, yes,
pattern.
is basically what you are there to fulfill has been fulfilled. So now your feelings like, I don't need to be here anymore, basically. And that is true. We'll also see that now this is not a bad thing, but you are rejecting a lot of what your guides are insisting. And so you don't always talk to them. I mean, you do things that you find useful. You do have conversations when sometimes you're arguing with them. We do see the astral, and you are kicking some of them away, which is good actually, because you're showing who's boss. Basically, they are taking this seriously. Because not always guys take things seriously. You'd be surprised. Yes, your humanity. The reason why this is hard for you to find your direction, of course, is because of it's like now I'm here and I was supposed to be here for a long time, and from what I am seeing, or from what we are seeing. Your time has expired there. Okay. So finding a new place will be very good for you. A place close to nature, of course. A place of what you choose will be fine from what we are seeing.
Are there any recommendations?
Well, we are seeing a river flowing where possibly, or near your area, at least. Not that you would live in the river, but somewhere near it is what we're seeing.
I mean, will it be far from where I am regionally? Like
that is what we are saying. We see many options, and we feel that you will make the right one. So, and even there might be a short stay once again, just to let you know now.
Okay.
Yes.
I'd just be open to any message. Kind of get me jump started.
Well, yes, what is happening, what we are seeing, I believe you already are aware of this, you're connecting to other people's problems, and it causes more difficulties for you to connect to your situation, to bring happiness to yourself. So those problems are kind of wrapping around you, but also you're bringing a healing and a cleansing. You're actually doing, you can say, Jesus's work, if you want to look at it that way. You actually are to it in your version of it, yes. But then sometimes there are areas where it is time to leave also. So you are, yes, you can say a traveler, basically. You go to place as you are seeing now. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just know when to go there and when to leave. You'll become more understanding of it. So.
All right. Thank you. Much love.
Okay. Next is Emmy's questions. And our first one is, any messages for her about her job?
Yes, there's a lot of nervousness around you at this time. I believe you will, but that is normal. But yeah, so a lot of ideas are coming to your mind that might not always. But either way, it will go smoothly. Yes, it'll be, I believe, what we are seeing, paperwork and just a lot of, what is it called, red tape on your planet. But for the most part, you will find what you are looking for, though. It'll be fine, and this travel will bring a new transition for you as a way of looking at things differently. Of course, but you are connecting to your timeline as for you fulfilling your mission here, basically. Blessings.
And our second question, any messages for her?
One moment. We do see, yes, a lot of daffodil energies, flower energies around her as a fairy being. So it's something she can connect to if she wishes to bring more positive vibrations to her. We do see her as like a very small fairy in her previous incarnations. Even now, she can connect to that energy field as basically living freely within the world. And she has had appeared to humans in her past also. And so her finding other fairies being found on your internet is no surprise. So it's also giving her understanding for lineage here. And her place as human, a lot of fairy elementals incarnate as human, and some of them, yes, usually regret it because the hardships of it, but also realize you're bringing that elemental energy into this environment to make it more known, more understood, as many of you are here incarnated at this time. And yes, there are giants, and some of you might see in your visual a giant. If you see one, don't be surprised. Yes, it'll be in another dimension, most likely. So, blessings.
Thank you. And next is Nick.
Blessings, Spirit Guide
Greetings.
Council. Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you for connecting. First question I have is just some stuff I've been experiencing, some stuff I've been noticing lately, and I'd like to get the Spirit's interpretation of it. But
Yes.
In regards to our soul and our higher self overriding timelines and us experiencing basically what the soul or what the higher self allows to experience, when it comes to psychic attacks, when it comes to interference, I mean, I interpret what I interpret and I feel what I feel, but why does the higher self allow some of these things to come through and be experienced by our human timeline?
Well, it is a lesson that is not usually seen or understood in your third dimension normally. It has a higher purpose that is not going to be easily seen. So that's why so many reject spirit, reject God energy, of course. They're not seeing the full picture, and it is intended not to be fully seen. So yes, just what they are saying, not to just... It all has a connection to basically hardship, but also a lesson there is connected to future lessons. And it's all connected even to your first incarnation, such as your life, your beginning in this life. It all has a kind of a connection. I'm not explaining it the best, but it's all there for a reason. It is all for you. It's basically you have several timelines going on at once. And your main one, if you can say timeline of hardship, it does activate itself every once in a while, is because what you're here to fulfill. It's not always in this dimension to be fully clear, though. That is intended. So it's like you're taking medicine, but you don't know why. That's why you go through these hardships. I'm taking this really bad medicine and it's not working. It's not making any sense. But actually it is. It's just not showing itself. Eventually it will make itself appear. Possibly in this dimension, but not always. It's not always intended to be seen, because that's part of your lesson plan here, basically. It's like a secret lesson plan, basically.
So, an example, I get a psychic attack, I get interference right here, right now in my time-space reality. It can affect 2, 3, 4 lifetimes down the road.
Yeah, it can, or it just infect your lifetime here. It depends. It's what is happening. Well, basically, it mostly has to do with your current timeline right now. This incarnation currently. It's usually but you'll use it for other. Now, the negative attacks have to do with basically, a lot of it has to do with jolting you to a new timeline. It's not always for the negative. Yes, it might be a negative hit, but it's also to move you to a new direction, such as some do go through a negative situation, such as on your roadways, but then they meet somebody new or move to another state. So those things happen for a reason, as you give these lower beings kind of like, it's okay to come over here and do what you must, because then you go into your new direction, basically. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you for that. Council.
Yes.
Any messages from Spirit?
Yes, you're connecting to the Yeshua energies greatly more of a 12th dimensional vibration as you're bringing down to you much of those experiences also. Understanding will come through as you are allowing it to be known. Some things are not known, but eventually they will be. As for why you're running into some of these blockages, if you want to call it that. But your higher direction will come through more clear. Basically, where you are going, yes, will not always be clear for anyone truly, but you will feel like you're more on track, I believe, soon. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
Blessings, Council. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Next is Dario.
Hello there.
Yes. Greetings to you.
Greetings. I would like to hear a message for me at this time that could be beneficial for my development in 3D.
Yes, one moment. This recent situation you've had, I believe you're connecting to what we are seeing is that you wanted to get to know more of this person that you had a situation with, to connect more, to know more about this person's true colors, basically. Basically, you asked, I believe in Astral, I want to know more of your true colors. I want to know what you're hiding from me, and basically you showed it. Mass jealousy from what we are seeing from this person. Basically, this person is not found this person has not found her identity. And so she's kind of doesn't know what to do with her life from what we were seeing. She kind of knows, kind of going on, but not really. She's kind of like steering off the road quite a bit recently from what we were seeing. So she's grabbing onto everyone around her.
Of course, I had to be at the police office and like wash my. I don't know. It was kind of stupid.
Yes.
So I don't know. So what you're saying is she will leave or she will stay?
No, she's leaving. I believe that you going to the police was also saying this will be ending also. So it's like you're putting an end to it, basically. So you're also seeing like the viciousness of this one. She is not connecting to her. She's erratic at this moment.
And she doesn't know I'm clairvoyant and can tap into her thoughts and how she plans on the double play anyway. And I laughed at it and I'm one step ahead.
Well, we see you as a galactic teacher to her also, and her as your student. So with this also is kind of giving you understanding of how students and teachers operate. Sometimes you need to see the student make a mistake. So on a higher level, you're teaching her your ways, actually. Not harassment ways, but I believe you understand.
Yes, I could see her travel in the future and plan and go back in time and download and then try to do a master plan. That's the teaching I did. But anyway,
yes, she's abusing her power. She's abusing her abilities, basically, is what we see.
Oh, cool. But anyways, thank you for that. I hope I have a second question for a funny pocket. If you have your galactic, like.
Yes, you're a court jester on the other side, basically. You do appear, yes, as an elephant being, but only just because you get a laugh out of people, because people are getting very serious, even on the other side, they become very serious. You also, I believe this is mentioned to you, you do turn into them also as a reflection of them to show what they're doing, what they're not paying attention, basically, to wake them up, because they're not always seeing themselves. Even in the higher realms, they don't always see themselves.
Of course not.
So
it's a deep lesson. But
yes.
Okay, thank you for that. And I have Sven Viking.
Oh yes.
Also, and he would like to know first. He is in a bad shape lately, but he is still considering in developing a company with a friend of his that is a gym. And is this a good idea? Is what was his question.
To open up a company with this person at a yes. Just make sure that he has contracts written, signed, and we do recommend a lawyer if he can get one or have one, or to make sure that he is protected, that if this other one kind of doesn't fulfill his promises, that he can get ownership of the business. We do recommend that, because he will continue it. The partner is kind of flaky. I believe it would be fine for the most part, but he might get mad and go somewhere else. Switch.
Okay. Yeah. And his second question is, his clairvoyant abilities has become better with time, and he's starting, I think he's in his learning process about them. And do you have anything that you can contribute to what he's going through at this moment with the opening of his abilities?
Well, yes, he's allowing to happen, as everyone on this earth can allow to happen if they allow it to. Some don't believe in this, and yes, it cause a blockage. But some that don't believe in their abilities, basically their guide just basically kind of hit them over the head a little bit, because this is your mission here. It's time to get on with it. There are cases of that, but in his case, he's allowing himself to blossom basically. To add also to his lineage, he is also known as a galactic gladiator. I believe you can see this.
Yeah.
But very physical, yes. He enjoys basically, working out, we see, and just doing adventures and all. As long as he is physically moving around, he enjoys every bit of it. You put him in a wheelchair, that'd be no thanks. He will find a way to walk somehow, use somebody else's legs, basically. So, yes, he's on his path, but his abilities, he's learning to trust it, basically. So, cool. But he's focusing on his goals at this time, of course. And that this business is also helping him trust his intuition, basically.
So beautiful. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful night. Thank
you. Okay, and next is Colin.
Greetings, Council.
Yes, greetings.
So the other night, I had a series of pretty intense meditations, well, a few nights in a row, and one of the nights, it felt as if, and I'm not sure what to call it, like another aspect of myself, a higher dimensional version of myself, I don't know what to say, and it felt almost like an insectoid, not negative, but a positive part, merged into my being and kind of not came into me, but kind of merged into my third dimensional being. And I'm wondering if there's anything that you're able to tell me about that experience.
Well, yes, it was like a download, basically. And it's preparing you for future situations to come, basically, to give you more. It's like giving you more armor, basically. More knowledge, more galactic knowledge, especially with relationship. It'll help you with that. Also, in time, not everything's there to be known at this moment, because with a relationship, it seems like you're getting what you would need for that moment. Too much will almost disconnect this connection. And right now, it is where it needs to be at this time. And not to say you'll go, it's just that right now the mystery is there for a reason. But you're given more data, but it will come through in the future time.
I see.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Cool. And then I'm wondering if you or someone has a message for me at this time.
One moment. Yes, what we are seeing was, once again, the relationship situation is basically both of you are growing within each other, basically. And so when you said that you would disconnect, not necessarily, it's just that as your advancement is spiritually is far more than the partner, basically. You're learning from her actually to improve her abilities, your abilities, and you are improving her abilities also. But it goes much more than that, as your soul connection is basically, very strong at this time. It is like almost like a magnet from what we are seeing. Sometimes magnets attract, sometimes they disconnect. But we do see that increasing. But right now, this one, see what is happening is like you're connecting an astral. She's bringing in where the two of most of you see it giving to you information, knowledge, of course, at a higher level. And it'll eventually it will make all more sense. She's giving you like pieces. She's not giving you the whole puzzle, as you're aware. It has to do with, yes, her past life connections and just she's having trouble in this incarnation cycle, as you're aware. So there's only so much she's allowing to come through into this dimension. Higher realms, you two are disconnecting just great. In this dimension, you're getting little pieces. So you are putting the puzzle together. It's just a difficult one, as you see.
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Blessings.
This is Bobby.
Greetings, Council.
Yes.
Hi, I had a twin soul, twin flame reading just recently, and they told me that my twin soul is a non-human masculine energy, but I wasn't able to get much information after that. Does my twin soul have any messages for me at this moment?
Whether your twin soul is actually on this on this plane, on this planet, as you're making a connection with this person, is unlikely at this moment. But the message is basically that you might see this person as a feline energy. It is, yes, a female energy, but it's very much a masculine feline vibration, but not necessarily seen on the outside, but it's mostly an energy field. It's a protection energy, basically. As you probably see how many cats are defending themselves from prey, and that's what this one is doing. So as for your connection, is still a possibility if you wish to truly connect. So it's still up in the air, but I believe you will eventually.
Okay. That gives more insight.
Yes.
Okay, my second question. I just recently came across this term called walk-in soul.
Yes.
And I found out, I had confirmed that that's what happened to me when my body was born, and the delivery, the original soul kind of tagged out, and I came in their place. What's my connection with that soul, and do they have any messages for me?
Well, that is, yes, a soulmate energy. And that soulmate energy chose not to, it was, you could say, preparing this body for you. Not necessarily there it was just there for the birthing process from what we were seeing. Just to experience that. But that soul spends most of its time on the other side from what we are seeing in spirit. But it is a spirit guide energy around you at this time. So I believe that was an agreement that was already made. Now, this soul can always change its mind and stay in that incarnation, but chose not to. So that was always open. But it was basically just, it has not experienced that in such a long time from what we are seeing. At least in this level of a world. Higher dimensional worlds are easy to, you can say, incarnate, pop in, as some call it. This world's a little bit more difficult, as you see. So
okay.
Blessings.
All right, thank you, Council. Blessings.
Okay. And next is Steven.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. How are you?
We are well. Thank you.
Thank you. I was wondering, can you connect with my hybrid kids, the one Stephen from Human Colonies and Cynthia and stuff, and just see if they have any messages for me at this time.
Well, they are watching you. They're seeing what you're doing. Look, all those little quirks that you have. Look at the things that you're doing, going to work, and all these little things going. They say something about a vending machine. They still find that very amusing. I'm not sure if you have a vending machine. You've gone to one recently, but I do like vending machines to see food in this type of process. So it is, yes, they say it's food's not really good for anyone, but people eat it anyway. So these things are very curious. And so they're living through you. Any hybrid child that anyone has is basically that energy is living through you. So they get like a window into your world, but not just that. They do feel what's going on with you also. So at this time, what they say to you is just keep up the good work, and you might feel them around. They're saying something about a vending machine again. They're just, I don't know what's going on with that fascination there. But Yes, it is. I'll leave you with that. It's kind of like a time traveling energy around it also, from what they're saying. Basically, they can take something like that and re-advance it to basically do other things with it, such as a car also. So giving you kind of an insight into how they can change technologies here, basically. But it's very exciting at the third dimension.
Yes, definitely. What they might be referring to, we do have like a vending machine in our house, in our living room, the old Tommy one that has 4 different candies, and you put a quarter in it.
That must be it. Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating. We have kids love that. Here, thank you. And my second question is, does any beings around me at this time? I've been getting like little my call. I'll be waking up and the phone would ring right when I wake up and stuff. It's random numbers and just various little things that happen. Just any beings around here that maybe physically or non-physically that have a message for me or trying to communicate with me. And thank you.
Yes, you have Pleiadian, Mantis, and Octurian beings around you at this time. The Mantis, you do have hybrid energies with the hybrid children of Mantis. I don't believe they're all in this colony, though. They are in other places. Very secluded, but you connect to them often. Basically, if you want a entertainment, basically, you go there from what we're seeing. You go to a lot of shows, they say. Basically, Mantis Entertainment. You go to they show stadium, basically filled with Mantis, basically. Not exactly as your world would have it, but you have the idea, basically. So, as for other messages, yes, you are connected with the Galactic Federation of Light. You are actually healing a lot of the Men in Black energies. As for many of them, basically defectors, you do help a great amount of them. That's why you have the dreams that you do. It's not always going to be clear, but you are helping defectors leave that lower energy and go more to the light. So also in your Pleiadian connection, there's, yes, a lot of secret space program information there that it cannot be revealed, but yes, you're very connected to that, very guarded. As basically the secret space program has a lot to do with your future Earth that you're building of more positive energies. Yes, there is a lower energy, but not all of it is of a lower energy. Basically, there is a part of your world that has advanced technologies, as most of you have awareness of some kind. And basically, they don't feel like humans are ready for it, basically. And the ones that haven't now are not ready for it either. So that's why they say humans are, if we can't deal with any of this, how can they do it? So you can say it's not always for the secret negative, not always. It's just that we can't even work this stuff, and we don't want humans zapping each other or something around those lines, basically. So you think it's kind of difficult now as you get more of these technologies into your society. So that's why it gradually comes in, basically. Thank you.
Thank you. It's kind of like that Black Panther movie of Uganda.
Yes.
Those hidden dimensions and stuff.
That is similar to that, much different, but yes, you are correct. Yes. Yes. Blessings.
Okay. Next is Miguel.
Hello, greetings.
Yes, greetings to you.
Are there any messages from higher spirit for me at this time?
Yes, there's a lot of, yes, you have a lot of guardians around you protecting information to come fully through, basically. They can give you cryptic information. Basically, yes, you're connected to, yes, the higher gods on the other side. As for your place here, what you are doing here, basically, your healing ability will increase as you need. You don't want to interfere with their life too much, so it gradually comes in little by little. It's like drops. Reason being, because you can actually activate it and you'd be almost floating off the ground practically. That's the last thing you need at this time. So with this gradual shift you are going through, basically you'll just be able to see your future a little bit more clearly. But basically what matters most now is your healing ability will increase. Mother Mary is assisting your adjustment from what we are seeing. Yes, you have the archangels. Yes, the strongest archangels in our realms, even stronger than the archangels. There are ones that are stronger that have not been usually mentioned but but there are more powerful ones on the other side you're connected to, and many of you are also. So, blessings.
Is there a time frame when my healing abilities will start to increase? A few months?
Well, I feel August as it will hit its peak as for over time, but I say August is really where it's going to truly activate stronger. As for seeing it, I believe you will see little waves between now and then. So, yes, it's going to be very, very gradual between now and then. As for even in August, they're not giving me a full understanding of it. But basically, they say August is when you'll be at your most powerful you've been in a long time. Basically, and they say also it might go down a little bit because you're adjusting yourself with it.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yes.
And are there any messages from the angels?
Yes, they are assisting you changing your direction. One moment. But right now, your healing timeline is not just for yourself, but for others. Yes, you are healing timelines for a more positive timeline for the main timeline connected to this Earth. And that is where a lot of your energies are going to. Sometimes you might feel tired or kind of disconnected, is because a lot of it's going into the main timeline of the Earth, basically for your children, your children's children, to basically build this a more utopian world, a more positive world. It is happening. Some will accept it, and some will try to keep it at a low energy, as you're probably already aware. But that is where your efforts are going at this time. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Blessings.
Blessings, yes.
Next is Terrence.
Greetings to you, Terrence.
Hi, greetings.
Yes.
So I was meditating and I heard like a screeching sound. It was pretty much the same screeching sound I heard when I was trying to connect to a mantis being a while ago. And I just want to know like if there's a message that it was trying to communicate to me.
Well, yes. One moment. It does seem like you're connected to more insectoid beings, but this screeching sound seems to be slightly different. One moment. In some ways, it feels like they're almost halting you to a degree. Is because they say you're not ready to fully connect to basically connecting to higher source energy. And so they're giving you what they can, but you seem to go beyond their parameters of connection. And so they weren't ready for you, basically, you could say. They weren't ready for you to come up to them this quickly, basically. I don't think it wasn't just insectoid, there are other beings involved, but it does seem like you just arrived sooner than they thought. And for what this is basically more your galactic connections, basically. That's what I have at this moment.
Thank you. My other question is, do I have any messages from my guides or anyone?
Yes, you get positive downloads. Shortly, it seems, of more of your mission. You are, yes, very connected to the Arcturians at this time from what we are seeing. As basically your healing ability, but also more of the governance, what they say is more government, but they call it governance of this Earth, basically you're going into an energy of removing nuclear weapons eventually. And that is where a lot of your efforts are at this time, or work or mission, however you want to word it. And you'll see more of this happen possibly in your time. It depends on free will, but where your mission is, remove nuclear weapons from your planet. Yes, that is your lineage of many incarnations. Not to say you have to have them on this world, but your soul essence has a lot to do with that. Of course, other things are involved, but that seems to be the main one on the table. As for removing that, will bring more, as you know, more peaceful energies. So that is like why that's all there is for intimidation, of course, for government war games. But we see that eventually those cease to exist. Possibly in a timeline, you will see it more cease to exist in your timelines for sure.
Thank you.
Okay, and next is Martin.
Yes.
Was that me?
Yes, Martin. Yes.
All right. Hey, you got any messages for me?
Yes, we see you removing spirit guides recently and adding new ones, basically those that assist you more. There is a female guide that's connected to you more. His name is Gwendolyn. It's the name we're receiving at this time. This is when you can connect to give you more positive information, more healing, more understanding of your place here. There's also, yes, a Zeta Gray energy around you. You've been connecting to them, what we see in your galactic bases on your world. Some of them are underwater in your astral. You've been connecting to them greatly. Even now you're connecting to them at the time, bringing them more into the light, basically, of their true intentions. Most of it's positive. Some of them are not so much, but also to bring more of that, more of the positive we see that you're connecting to. Thank you.
All right. I don't know. Any other messages?
Yes, we're not sure if you can connect to this one, but we'll give it to you because it is for your higher spirit. From past life incarnation, you're very connected to the circus. You might not be able to connect to it now, but we believe that will start to resonate over time. Circus on this world and circus on other worlds, basically understand animals and those that look a little strange on their world. And it's another, why you came on this world, yes, is not going to be brought out entirely, not in this public forum, but a lot of it is to bring out more of the unusual into this reality, basically. What is true on this world? You're about truth from what we are seeing. And so you're finding your truth also. As you bring more truth to others, you're bringing your own truth along with it.
All right. I like that.
Yes.
I got questions for Marvin as well.
Yes.
Are there any messages for him?
Yes, he's been connecting to a lot of Zeta Great Councils as for allowing more disclosure to come on your planet. He probably can connect with that quite a bit. Yes, as basically feels that a lot of Zetas are keeping disclosure unknown, basically, because they're known to be having missteps in your skies as they're being shown. So you kind of asking for more of that. He's also connecting more to the Pleiadian energies as for bringing more positive alien contact, and that is happening. I also do see him connected to, I believe this was mentioned, but maybe not. And when humans have their first contact, he's going to be very much involved.
All right. And his other question is, what can I know about my soul that might intrigue me? And do I have any abilities?
Oh, yes. He has all the abilities that at this incarnation, he kind of turned, I wouldn't say turned them off, but he kind of let them be quiet for now because he's not always used to being human. Basically, he's used to being a higher dimensional being, basically. And so coming here as human was not always an easy task. He's always had a part of him know that there's something more going on. So he's had also, we do see him relationships with Cleopatra in his past. Yes, the one that's on your timeline, at least your history timeline. That one seems to be the most intriguing at this time for us to bring up. He's also known Plato and incarnations also, and they have never got along even to this day. But one moment. I believe that's all we have at this moment. Thank you.
Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, and Marvin? Were Marvin's questions going to be read? Or did you already do that?
Yes, he already did that, I believe, yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed it. Next to me. Hello. Any messages?
Yes, you're very connected to the Mantis Collective. I believe you are aware of this, but also connected to the Angelic Collective of Archangel Michael. From what I see there, he does have his own council of angels he's connected to. Do see you connected to that vibration very much. As yes, there has been missteps in the past, but you're also rewarding. I believe you had an illness recently. Also, it does seem like you connected to a fallen angel energy also. It was not part of your energy, but I believe a fallen angel energy you did connect with that did cause you a lot of illness in your life. I believe you did a lot of healing for that, but now you're rebuilding yourself from what we are seeing. That's a message. Blessings.
And any messages from the Fox Collective, perhaps?
Yes, they're known to be very fast, as you can see, and some of them are incarnated on your world as driving motorcycles on your world also. But as for your connection to them, it does seem like when you connect to their vibration, you're very calm with them. Yes, they bring a lot of healing to you. You can connect to their energies. Basically, if there's any time you feel nothing else is working, connect to a Fox energy is very calm. Also very humorous, also from what it seems. They like to eat sometimes messy in front of people just to get them off their problems. That's one of them. At least that's one of their jokes. But sloppy eater is not always a bad eater, basically. That's all they have.
Okay, thank you. And next is Blue. And this first question is, around 4 days ago, my astral body was about to come out of my body, and when my astral eyes opened, I saw two beings, one in black color, while the other one more light colored. I was not sure if they had good or bad intentions. The black one looked like a dog. He reached his hand to me and asked me to go with him. I didn't trust him. He had a Sith. Was he Anubis or Azrael?
He was a lower astral being, basically. He's not really, it wasn't Anubis, yes, but it was not a basically the being wanted to, basically from what we see, what Blue did was ask for a choice. Basically, he wanted to see more, and so seeing these beings are at the same time basically giving him a choice, and so basically he can trust himself making the right decision, basically. And so he's going into areas in astral that are kind of questionable, but he's just knowing that he's going to make the right decisions, basically. It's just a test on himself from what it seems. That's what that was about, basically. Thank you.
Okay. And second question. Shiva has connected with me frequently lately, and I feel he and I have a plan, and I awaken to his energy within me more. Can he tell me what our contracts here are together?
Well, the Shiva energy right now is basically your energy in many ways, basically combining vibrations. Shiva is like a spirit guide vibration around you at this time, and mentor energy basically to bring healing to you and to take you into areas. Basically, the Earth's lower astral is going through a healing vibration, and you're not there just by, obviously, for travel reasons, just for sightseeing. Far from it. You're unlocking a lot of dark energies there to release from this earth. So Shiva's energy is basically bringing you a protective energy. And yes, you are very connected to the pyramids. Most likely you do feel that, as you do connect to the pyramids often in your astral for rejuvenation before you come back into your body from astral travel.
Thank you. And next is Lucy.
Hello, how are
Yes.
you?
Greetings to you.
Hi, thank you.
Yes.
This whole last week has seemed very long, but it's been full of synchronicity, which is strange for me because I don't drive, so I'm basically here all the time. There's been several days where I've seen every one, 11:11. I see 12:12, yes, and then all the other numbers at the same time. Like, yes. In fact, just before coming on this channeling, my email turned over to 15,888. So I'm wondering. I always know I feel like my guides are trying to tell me something, and I feel like I'm failing something, and I don't. If you could pick up on that, what is the 12:12 and and in one day I saw everything, and it just keeps going. So they're desperately trying to get my attention.
Yes.
And I don't know why.
Yes, it is. You're going to a more positive timeline, basically. It's taking its time to come in, but also the energy, vortex energies around you are opening up more also for you to work with. It's basically what they're showing is your vibration is to like open up a portal energy and see, at least through your third eye at this moment, as you're probably already, the veil around you is getting thinner, basically, is from what we are seeing. So when you open
my
up
personal veil?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, your spiritual connections to the outside universe, basically, you're opening up more. So you can see things more clearly. Now, this is not going to come in very, very 3D, but through your energy field, you just feel more connected because it's almost as if you're on a ship, basically. As if you're on, like, on another planet. Your energy is turning, your surroundings are turning into that, basically. It's like you can lift it up and take it somewhere else, basically.
So I'm not failing anything.
No,
They're
I don't
just
see that.
letting
Well,
me,
if it's not going as fast as you'd like it to, of course.
Well, yeah,
That's probably where that's feeling. That's where that's all coming from.
And so, do you have any specific messages for me?
Let's see. Yes, the alien of your choice that you wish to connect to, or it feels like more alien presence has increased greatly around you in a positive way. Pleiadian beings, these positive beings are reinforce their energies around you for protection purposes. And so alien contact, as for spiritual contact, maybe even physical, eventually that will happen, it does seem like, when the time is right. But your alien contact seems to be increasing greatly. Basically, they're just watching out for you because you've been through enough, as you can see.
As I can feel, yes. I think so, but you never know.
Oh, no, yes. They're cutting off an old contract where you've had negative attachments, not to say.
Yes.
It's for soul growth to say you've had enough. So they're interfering in a positive way to just give you a major break.
Oh, good. That's a wonderful message.
Yes.
Thank you very much, and
yes.
blessings to you.
Blessings to you.
All right, next is Kingsley.
Greetings.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there any games that I can play to exercise my abilities? Well, telepathy.
The only games we're connecting to is that one moment. The games with the angels, they do enjoy attention, basically mind games, basically telepathic games with the angels, basically enjoy doing that. They also enjoy sports, it seems also. Always around you, they do. Yes, they can be quite athletic, but basically just invent your game as you go, basically, is what they recommend. If you're interested in that.
Okay. And yeah, is there any other messages for me?
One moment. You are, yes, connecting to the prime creator energy, as your earth calls, as source energy. But you have not fully embraced it entirely because of your mission here. You don't want to have too much information all at once, so you're gradually allowing it to come through. But in this, yes, your telepathic ability is going to greatly increase from what we're seeing, as that is easier to be accepted by your humans, as of course they do not see it, but it's also improving your abilities all around. When the time comes, your other abilities be fully activated. But it seems like your telepathic ability is the leading energy around you to open up, for your next grand power awakening, basically. So what you choose for your exercise as for telepathic abilities is up to you. That will increase over time, of course.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, and that'd be all for tonight. Thank you so much.
Yes, blessings to your society and humans that are coming into this world through a not so easy lesson plan, but yes, it is much of a help for the soul plan. So blessings to you all. All right, thank you. Anybody have a...
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ivan. Thank you so much, Bianca and everyone.
Thank you for that. Anybody else? Going once, going twice. All right, thank you, everybody. And next one is on Thursday, back on the regular schedule, as far as I know. So, very much welcome. Have a great night.
Thank you.